Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited to be doing a video using affordable makeup. This has been highly requested, but it's been requested in a bit of a different way than I'm going to actually do it. So everyone's been asking for drugstore videos or videos using drugstore products, which I honestly don't have a lot of if you've watched my makeup collection video. But what I will be doing instead is using ColourPop makeup, which is a very affordable brand that is it's based all on this website, ColourPop.com. I'm pretty sure that's what the URL is. And it's honestly really cheap. And even when you convert the USD to Canadian, it's still honestly cheaper than the drugstores that we have here. So I feel like this is even a better alternative. Plus the makeup quality is so much better than the drugstore. And any product that I have, or any item that I have that that ColourPop doesn't sell, or I haven't bought it from ColourPop, I'm just going to be using the cheap alternative that I also own. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so first, this one, it's kind of new to me, is the ColourPop foundation and concealer. So if you guys see me looking over here, it's just where I'm keeping my products, so I'm kind of checking out what I got. But the ColourPop foundation and concealer are really new to me. I've only used them once, and honestly, they're not bad. They're not bad, but it wasn't exactly my favorite because I think I picked out the wrong shade in the foundation. Plus it's a stick foundation, so I'm not exactly used to that, but I'm going to show you guys me using that now. So the other thing that I like to mention as well is the shade's dark. I didn't realize how dark it was on the website, which is the only problem with buying things online, but the concealer is a good shade for me. Just this is a little dark, but honestly I can make it work. It's in the shade light 50W. So maybe I just need to go probably one shade lower than this, because honestly this isn't that dark for me. But let's go ahead and put it on. We're just gonna swipe it on. So as you guys can see, it's just a little dark for me. Just gonna swipe it around. Put on as much as you want, covering up all the spots you really want to cover up. And like I said, luckily for me, I have bangs, so I don't have to put on my forehead, so don't even have to worry about that. So I'm gonna first start out with a sponge. I don't remember exactly how this worked out the first time I used it. I feel like I had to use a brush a bit as well, but we're just gonna try and blend that out. So since this is more of a tough foundation, I'm going to have to not pat it in like I usually do. I'm gonna have to rub a little bit more, but please try not to rub too much if you are using a stick foundation, because then it'll just sink right into the lines. So I'm just gonna finish blending this out and then I'll be right back. Alright, so the foundation is on, so now I'm gonna go in with the concealer. I have it in shade light 10, sorry, it's clear, yeah, light 10. It's like a clear sticker on a clear tube, and you can't see anything. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on in the spots where I would like some more coverage, because the one thing about that foundation that I noticed the last time as well, and this time again, is that it isn't super duper full coverage. So I'm going to use the concealer to build up spots where I want more coverage. I'm also going to be putting this on my eyelids as an eyeshadow primer, because I don't have one from this brand. I actually don't own one at all. Like I said, if you guys know a good one that's not super bad in price, let me know in the comments, because I've honestly been looking for one. I'm really interested in getting one because I really just want to try it out. So the one I am already thinking of possibly purchasing is the MAC paint pot. That's because everyone else on YouTube uses that, so we'll probably consider getting that. But if you guys know any other ones, let me know. Sorry, I'm making the worst faces while putting on these products. That's the one thing I realized after the first time I ever filmed a video doing makeup was, wow, I make dumb faces while I put on my makeup, really dumb faces. So I'm gonna try and avoid that as best we can, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Alright, so the concealer is all blended out now. And this next part is where I don't have a ColourPop product for, is a powder. I know my sister owns one, but she's not home right now, so I don't have any way to get it. But honestly, it doesn't matter, because I have one that's really good anyways, which is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 100, which is translucent. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and use this. The only thing I would say about this powder for you guys is if you have dry skin, it is slightly drying. So after I put on this powder, I do like to spray my face with either like Fix Plus or like some kind of like dewy or setting spray, just so that my face doesn't get so dry. Plus go a little light on it, because even though it says it's translucent, it still is kind of like, it still kind of has like a white flashback to it. So just beware of that. And I'm just gonna put some on my eyelids to set the eyeshadow primer. If you have a real eyeshadow primer, apparently you don't actually have to do that, but I don't. So concealer does crease. So we're gonna be powdering that for sure. And then the next product is one I'm actually really excited to use because I have not used this yet. And also, as you can see, if you've noticed, all my brushes aren't overly expensive either. The products I'm gonna be using this one anyways, like this sponge is I think like $7 or $8 on Sephora from the brand Morphe. You can get it in Sephora if you live in Canada. If you don't, you just also get it on the Morphe website as well. Really good sponge, and I'm basically only using Morphe brushes. For example, the Jaclyn Hill JH02 brush I will be using for the bronzer, which I have in the shade, oh, I don't even remember. I think it's called Private Party. The one problem with their products and buying them as like a single, well, this is really pretty though. I really like this. The one problem with buying their products is that they come as a single. So you're supposed to order this little package with it, but if you don't, you just get this. So it's like, what do I do with this? Like, I don't know where to keep it. I don't know what to do with it, but whatever, that was my mistake. It's not their fault, because some people do have these like Z palettes, like where the pans can magnetically stick onto it, but I don't own one because I don't own enough single products to like even be worth it. But I really like this bronzer though, so I really actually highly recommend this. This was the first time I ever used it. So I think it's in the shade Private Party if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that was really nice. And now I'm gonna go in with the blush. It's in the shade Rom-Com. I honestly probably picked this up because of the name. I ordered this kind of a while ago, so I don't remember exactly what I picked, but this looks really pretty. I hate that I don't have anywhere to keep it. Oh wow, that's kind of a bit intense. I did not expect that. But that's also why I'm using a stippling brush. This one's from the brand Sigma. I don't even know what it's called. I don't even think it has any, like the F50, but I don't know where you buy that. Like, cause mine came from like a set for Christmas that I got, I think from like Winners. So I actually don't know where you buy that. This is a lot more blush than I'm used to wearing. So if you ever run into that, I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned this before on my channel, but if you ever run into a problem, sorry, I'm just trying to like reach and find the brush. If you ever run into a problem like that, just go and take your powder that you were using and kind of go over it, like go over the blush with the powder to kind of just veil it so that it's not so bright, because I'm not into that super bright blush. Some people are. If you are, like, that's up to you, but I just prefer it a little bit more subtle than this. Perfect. All right, and then next, one of my favorite categories probably from this brand is for sure their eyeshadows. They're so good. I've talked about them so many times before. Like, as you've been seeing, I've been holding up the Zodiac palette, which I've already used on this channel multiple times. I'm actually pretty sure I've used it. I love this palette a lot. And even if I didn't use it specifically on the channel, I've definitely worn it on this channel. So I'm actually going to take the Dream Street palette, which I'm not sure if I've used this before. It looks like this. It's super nice. It's from Kathleen Lights as well, but I'm just going to be doing a really light eyeshadow look today. I don't really have anywhere to go, nothing to do, and honestly I find that light looks are a lot easier for you guys. Like, if you just need like a basic everyday look, like you're not going to be going with something crazy. So I'm going to be taking this shade, which is obviously my favorite. I'm pretty sure this shade Shooting Star. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one. Now this is the one problem. The palette I'm using now doesn't have a mirror. So we're going to kind of look in the mirror that I have set up back there. Try and look back there, but that's what the good thing is about having palettes with eyeshadow with mirror, or eyeshadow palettes with mirrors, because if you're filming a YouTube video ever, it's so much more convenient. But I mean, if you don't do YouTube, then honestly, when I didn't do YouTube, I couldn't care less if a palette had a mirror in it, and I never understood why they complained, and now I totally get it. Honestly, I feel like I've already had the same mirror. I'm gonna use the mirror from this palette. Have to switch it up a bit. Because honestly, like, I never used to understand why they complain. I'm probably pretty sure I had the same rant before on my channel already, but it just, I never got it, and now I do. All right, so now that basic brown shade is blended out. Oh, I don't know which one to go with. I think I'm gonna take this shade, which is just like a very like, oh, I don't know how to describe this one. Like a very reddish brown. There's like an actual word for it, and I can't think of it right now. I think it's called Potion. So we're gonna go and take some Potion, just a little bit, not too much, and just mainly focus that really deep in the crease and on the outer edge. Wow, I forgot how pigmented these eyeshadows were. I was just like shocked by how much went on there. Oops. That's the good thing about makeup is, honestly, especially for an everyday look, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exactly how you had imagined it being. It just has to be good. As you guys can also see, I took these on the same brush. All right, and now for the shimmer portion of the eyeshadow, I just said portion really weird. Now for the shimmer portion of the video, I'm actually going to be taking one of these shadows. I'm not sure. I brought down a couple of my Super Shock shadows that I have, but I think since I'm going with something really light, I'm gonna take maybe the shade Light Up. That looks really pretty. Yeah, we'll take the shade Light Up. She looks pretty. It looks like this. I'm not sure how much you can see that. Looks like that. Perfect. So I'm just gonna go take that with my finger and put it on my eye. So I actually do have a brush from them that I bought that was like for the purpose of these eyeshadows, but I still prefer putting them on with my hand, which I think I said in my Kathleen Lights video, which this is from that collection actually. I think in that one I even said I prefer using my finger, but I just think it goes on nicer and so much more precisely on where you want it. The only problem is I did notice when I got fake nails during the winter break, which you guys only saw in like one video because I didn't enjoy them, is that when you have fake nails, it's so much harder to do things like this. So I like couldn't really use these eyeshadows because it frustrated me so much when I used it, like how I had to put it on. So I got some like on my face. All right, now that's on. So as you guys can see, just like super light. And I'm just gonna, to finish off the look, just put a little bit of eyeshadow on the lower lash line, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so while I was gone, I just put some eyeshadow on my lower lash line, just honestly the tiniest bit, not enough. I just like to have something there. And then I put some mascara on as well, because they don't make a mascara. ColourPop doesn't have one, and I also don't have a drugstore mascara either. But honestly, I don't know if they still have this deal, but if they still have this deal, I have the Benefit Roller Lash, which is what I just used. And on Sephora right now, they have this deal where you can get the full size and a little mini like highlighter thing for $14. Like, this is a $32 mascara, so that's an insane deal. So if they still have this, go check it out. And it's really good. I really like it. All right, so next I'm gonna go with the highlight because I actually have not done that yet. I'm gonna be using the highlight Flexitarian, which is one of the cream ones. It's called like the Super Shock highlight. I like it. I don't have a powdered one, so we're going with this. If you're not into cream highlights, they do have powdered ones. I'm sure they're fantastic, but this one is very nice, very vibrant. I hope you guys can see that. Like, it's really pretty. Sorry if I keep looking over there. I just have never had a mirror down here with me. And now I brought one down with me, and it's made the world of difference, but then I keep looking at myself. I'm like, Victoria, you don't need to keep looking at yourself. It's fine. Oh my gosh, I forgot how pretty this was. And Nicole was right. It doesn't get weird on top of powders. Nicole, you're smart. You are a smart girl. Right, so now I have that on. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, literally guys, I just wiped the excess off of the highlighter on my hand. Can you guys see that? I hope so. I hope I'm not just, like, I keep knocking things over. What is happening to me? So now I'm going to go with the lips. And they first of all have this lippy primer, because they have these things called lippy sticks. And then they, sorry guys, my camera died. I didn't even notice until I got upstairs and started trying to edit the video. Anyways, so I actually put on some lipstick. I used the shade Dreamy from the Kathleen Lights Dream Street collaboration with ColourPop. It's really nice. It's a really pretty pink. And I used the lip liner in the shade BFF, I'm pretty sure. Sorry that part got cut off for you guys, but I didn't even use a setting spray anyways because they only have a matte one. I have dry skin, so my skin does not need to be any more matte. So I actually just didn't use one, which is totally fine. Not everyone uses one anyway, but I honestly highly suggest you guys use ColourPop if you are looking for affordable but good makeup. They have the best selection, honestly, like compared to the drugstore, their selection's way better. I really highly recommend them for you guys, and please go check it out. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Sorry that my hair looks kind of messy and long because I'm trying to grow it out, so you'll be seeing that for the next while. But on to the next one, hey? You know, next haircut, hairstyle, you know, it's just trying to be funny. I'm not. Alright, anyways, so that's all for today. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye, guys.